Alright, what's up, YouTube? So today we're gonna be reacting to some Freddie Lee. Haven't done this in a while. Y'all don't know Freddie Lee. He's a kung fu guy. You know what I'm saying? He has various experience in a couple martial arts such as Choi Lei Fut and Wing Chun and stuff like that. Apparently, he's never excelled in kung fu in a legitimate way, whereas he would be receiving a top rank from a master or something. But he does have training in various martial arts, and he does apply different techniques to what he does. So you would call Freddie Lee sort of a unique person within the martial arts realm. He does a lot of his own stuff, and he creates a lot of his own stuff. So he has a kung fu sparring video that he put out 4 weeks ago. We're going to see how good his students are these days. These are his students sparring. We're going to see what they're cooking up with these days. I'm going to comment on what I like and what I don't like. If I don't catch everything, it is what it is. But, you know, I'm going to see what I can catch on the sparring. That's his daughter going against one of Freddie's students. He's been training with him for about 10 years or more. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not seeing enough action so far. I want to see more action. I want to see more what y'all could do. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing like really weak hits right now. One grievance I have with this so far is it's very they're moving very linear, so back and forth. They're not moving around, you know what I'm saying? And when it comes to boxing, the boxers have very good footwork to where they're going to move around the opponent. And if you want to know who has the best hands out of all the martial arts, hands as in punching, that goes to the boxers every time. They beat MMA people standing up. And if they're going to do MMA, the MMA people win because they do jiu-jitsu. But we're talking about stand-up fighting right now. So I'm seeing not enough moving around. I'm seeing too much flat-footedness and just very back and forth type of stuff. I want to see more moving around. I want to see a lot faster stuff going on. It's a very Wing Chun type of kick. Here we have two other students. Now, I know this guy in the blue shirt here. He's been practicing for a little while with Freddie Lee, but not as long as the others. So let's see what he's picked up. Ooh, okay. Okay, this I like. They're engaging a lot more. They're giving each other more things to work with and things to work on. So I like this. Hey, that was a good block right there for that kick. All right, man. You got to have better footwork. You can't keep crossing your legs like that, man. I mean, I know y'all are moving around a little more than the previous two fighters, but you know what I'm saying? When it comes to boxing, this is what I would recommend for Freddie. What boxers do is they have different techniques to where they get good at their footwork. You know, they jump rope. They have the ladder where they jump in and out of it. And they do other things where they have other exercises where they get better on their feet. And when it comes to stand-up fighting, you need to have good footwork. And this is what boxers realize. So that's why when it comes to stand-up fighting, the boxer always wins as long as it doesn't go to the ground. So when it comes to Freddie, I think you need to incorporate more footwork drills. And if you don't know any of them, go ahead and look them up and practice them and have your students go over them. It's going to improve how they move around the ring or the red carpet. See, I like this because they're not afraid to get hit as much as the other students. You know, I've said it before, when you hit someone, you realize that they have an opportunity to get inside and hit you back, but these people are overcoming the fear. And boxers, you know, they have various things they do to train to not get scared of getting punched in the face or hit in the face, because if you're scared of getting hit, then you're not really ever going to be good at fighting. And these people are displaying pretty good endurance with that. Okay, so the movement isn't as fluid as I would like it to be. Guy in the blue shirt, I see you telegraphing your punches way more than you should be. You need to work on that. You know, when it comes to fighting people, you look in their eyes, or the center line, which is their eyes and their eyebrows and down the middle, and that's what you focus on. That's what you learn in boxing. So go focus on that, and you'll be less scared, and you'll have more success when it comes to blocking hits and getting inside and hitting and stuff like that. They could improve on their footwork and their strikes with their hands. So if you don't know who this kid is, it's fighting the Mohawk guy. It's Keo. Keo is Freddie's son. He's been fighting for a long time, and something he's always been trying to improve on that I've seen from Freddie's videos is his kicks. You know, he does practice a lot of those fancy kicks a lot, and he's pretty good at it. He's pretty good at the high kicks. I see him getting better. So let's keep going. That was a pretty good one. Okay, so the thing I like about what Keo just did, the kid with the black hair right here, he did an actual combo that he probably practiced, and he incorporated it into the fight. A lot of times when you get in a fight, even if it's a sparring session in a studio, you forget a lot of what you learn, and you sort of just fight how you feel. And right here, it looks like Keo sort of has been practicing a drill that he's incorporated into his sparring. Okay, so Keo, he's one of the best students when I've seen when it comes to kicks and punches. However, he doesn't move around as much as he should. You're fighting a taller, bigger opponent. You need to utilize the fact that you're faster than him, or at least you have the potential to be faster than him. You can move around a lot more. You need to be getting in and out a lot more. You have more opportunity to dance around him and find openings. And you're not moving your feet enough. So I need to see improvements with that. Other than that, I like the kicks and I like a lot of the punches you're doing. I like that kick. Yeah, it's the same thing. I want to see more moving around with the footwork. You guys can work on it by practicing some drills. Go ahead and look them up on YouTube and incorporate them into your training, and I think you'll do better with your students and sparring and all that. Okay. You know, Keo's not that bad at blocking the hits, but he needs to be served with more punches so he can keep improving his craft. Okay. Front kick. Tripped him over. Still, I'm not seeing enough footwork. Brandon, I know you're faster than him. You gotta move around a lot more. And when it comes to this guy in the blue shirt right here, I wish I knew his name. I can't remember right now. But you're punching. You're extending your arms too much. You need to think of it less as reaching and more as putting your weight, your body weight into the punches. You put your body into the punches. You don't just extend the arms. That's what you guys got to realize. I want more contact. Let's go. What I like about Brandon is he's moving around so much and he doesn't have a stiff posture. He doesn't have a stiff stance when it comes to his fighting. See, what you see is the Wing Chun people. They have a very stiff, rigid fighting style to where they're very linear in stance. They don't move around a lot. It's very straight kicks, no high kicks. And when it comes to Brandon, he's moving around a lot more and he's able to catch a lot more of the attacks. And you can see that. This is where Freddie's style differs from Wing Chun. They move around a little bit more on the feet, but they could still get better at that. Like I said, the footwork needs work. Okay, that's probably the better match that we've seen. I think that was the most recent sparring video. This one, I want to call this one a bit of a mediocre session compared to what I've seen from his students. You know, it wasn't too bad. There's just a couple of things they got to work on, you know, like the footwork and the moving around and all that. I don't like too much of the rigidness because that never works when it comes to stand-up fighting. If you're too rigid, you're gonna get attacked more. You're not gonna be able to catch the attacks that are coming at you. You know, it's just too linear. But you know, Keo had some good kicks in there. Brandon, he had some good combos. You know, all of the students, they did decent. You know, I could tell that they've been training a little bit. Another thing, when it comes to Freddie's style, they're not allowed to punch to the face, and that's understandable because they don't have gloves to punch with. But I would recommend adding, you know, the MMA gloves to try to add light taps to the face. But at the end of the day, I do know where Freddie's coming from. There's a lot of brain injuries and concussions and brain damage that comes with boxing. So I could see why he wouldn't want to incorporate that. But the slaps to the face, I don't know. It just doesn't sit too right with me. It doesn't emulate an actual punch to the face as much. So, you know, a drill that the students could practice on where they're getting attacked to the face, they're able to block it, and also they need drills where they're practicing hitting to the face, even if they're not really doing it. Have them work on the bag, something like that, to balance out what they do with their kicks. And also, the footwork needs a lot of improvement. Go ahead and incorporate those drills and all of that. That's my constructive criticism for Freddie Lee today. Freddie Lee, he's a pretty decent martial artist. I'm not mad at how he trains his students. This is just some advice that I have for him and his students. So yeah, that's a Freddie video. I plan on reacting to a lot more. And we're going to put this video out. So go ahead and like and subscribe if you like videos like this.